Alright, so you're looking to set up a surveillance system. Maybe it's for your home, maybe it's for your office, or maybe you're finally building that epic server room you've always dreamed of, and you want to keep an eye on your precious hardware. You start looking around and immediately you're hit with this massive decision. Do you go with IP CCTV cameras or do you stick with the seemingly simpler HD analog cameras? It's a question we see all the time, and honestly, the answer isn't as straightforward as you might think. There's a ton of marketing fluff out there, and it can be really tough to separate the facts from the fiction. That's where this video comes in. We're not just going to tell you which one is better. Instead, we're going to do a deep, professional, feature-by-feature breakdown. Think of this as the ultimate buyer's guide. We're going to dive into everything from raw video quality and smart analytics, to the nitty-gritty of installation, scalability, and of course, the cost. My goal here is to arm you with all the information you need so that by the end of this video, you can confidently look at your own needs, your budget, and your future plans, and make a truly informed decision that you won't regret a year down the line. So, grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into the weeds of surveillance technology. We'll be comparing these two camera types across 7 critical categories to see how they stack up in the real world. We'll look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of both systems. This isn't about brand loyalty, it's about the underlying technology and what it means for you, the end user. Let's kick things off with arguably the most important factor for any camera video quality. Let the showdown begin. First up, let's talk about what you actually see. The video quality. This is where the difference between IP and HD analog starts to become incredibly clear, almost literally. With IP cameras, we're living in a world of high resolution. We're talking 1080p as a baseline, with 4K, 8K, and even higher resolutions becoming more and more common. This isn't just about making your security footage look pretty like a nature documentary. Higher resolution means more pixels per inch, which translates directly into more detail. You can digitally zoom into a recording and still be able to clearly read a license plate from across the parking lot or identify a face in a crowd. It's this level of detail that can be the difference maker in a real security event. Now, let's look at the other side of the ring, HD analog, also known as HD over coax. Don't get me wrong, it's a huge leap from the old, blurry, standard definition analog cameras of the past. You can get 1080p and even up to 4K resolutions in some of the higher-end analog systems. However, the way the signal is processed and transmitted over coaxial cable often introduces limitations. You can experience signal degradation over longer cable runs, and the image processing is typically handled by the DVR, not the camera itself. This can result in a slightly softer image with less fine detail compared to an IP camera of the same stated resolution, which processes the image right on the device before sending it as a clean digital stream. So, when you put them side by side, the difference is often stark. An IP camera's footage tends to be sharper, with better color accuracy and a wider dynamic range, meaning it handles bright and dark areas in the same scene more effectively. Think of it like this. An HD analog camera might show you that a car was there, but a high-resolution IP camera will show you the small dent on the bumper and the sticker in the window. For applications where positive identification and forensic detail are critical, the superior, uncompromised digital clarity of IP cameras gives them a significant and undeniable edge right out of the gate. If video quality was the opening salvo, smart features are where IP cameras really bring out the heavy artillery. Modern IP cameras are essentially tiny computers with lenses. They have powerful processors on board that allow for some incredibly sophisticated video analytics to happen right on the camera itself, what we call at the edge. We're not just talking about basic motion detection that gets triggered every time a leaf blows by or a shadow moves. We're talking about advanced AI-powered features like human detection, vehicle detection, and even facial recognition. The camera can intelligently distinguish between a person, a pet, and a passing car, which dramatically reduces false alarms. These smart features go even deeper. You can set up virtual tripwires where an alarm is triggered only when something crosses a specific line you've drawn on the screen. Or you can create intrusion detection zones, alerting you if someone loiters in a restricted area for too long. Some business-focused IP cameras can even provide people counting and heat mapping analytics to help optimize store layouts or manage crowd flow. This is proactive security. The system isn't just recording what happened, it's actively analyzing the scene in real time and alerting you to potential issues as they happen. which is a complete game changer for effective monitoring. Now, let's switch over to the HD analog world, and, well, this is going to be a short conversation. For the most part, the smarts in an analog system reside in the digital video recorder, or DVR, and those smarts are typically pretty limited. You'll get motion detection, and it's usually the basic, pixel-based kind that, as we mentioned, is prone to false alarms from things like rain, insects, or changing light conditions. While some newer, more expensive DVRs are starting to incorporate some of the more basic AI analytics, they are generally less powerful, less accurate, and less customizable than what you can get directly on a mid-range IP camera. With analog, you're mostly stuck with a reactive system that records everything and leaves the hard work of finding important events up to you. Okay, let's get physical. How do you actually get these cameras hooked up and running? This is an area where, at first glance, analog seems to have a home field advantage, but it's a bit more complicated than that. Traditional HD analog systems use two separate cables for each camera, a coaxial cable for the video signal, and a separate power cable to, well, power the camera. This means you're running two wires to every single camera location, all the way back to your central DVR. If you have a lot of cameras, that's a lot of cable to pull, manage, and terminate. It can get messy and time-consuming, fast. This is where IP cameras and one magical acronym come in to save the day: PoE, or Power over Ethernet. Most IP cameras support PoE, which means a single standard Ethernet cable, the same kind you use to plug your computer into the network, carries both the data, the video stream, and the electrical power for the camera. This is a massive simplification of the installation process. You run just one cable per camera from a PoE-capable network switch or a network video recorder, an NVR with a built-in PoE switch. This not only cuts your cabling work in half, but also makes for a much cleaner and more organized setup. Furthermore, the infrastructure for IP cameras is based on standard networking technology. This gives you incredible flexibility. Need to place a camera far away from your NVR? No problem. You can just put a small PoE switch in between to extend the range, something that's much more difficult and prone to signal loss with analog's coaxial cables. You can even use wireless bridges to connect cameras in outbuildings without running any physical cable at all. So while analog might seem simple if you're just replacing an old camera on an existing coax line, for any new installation of more than one or two cameras, the single cable simplicity and networking flexibility of PoE gives IP systems a huge advantage in ease and tidiness of installation. So, you've got your system installed, but what happens, say, 6 months from now when you realize you need to add more cameras? Your needs can change, and your security system should definitely be able to change with you. This is where we see one of the most fundamental architectural differences between IP and analog. With an HD analog system, you're fundamentally limited by the number of physical ports on your DVR. If you buy an 8-channel DVR, well, you can connect exactly 8 cameras. If you want to add a 9th camera, you're out of luck. Your only option is to buy a whole new, larger DVR, maybe a 16-channel one, and migrate everything over. This physical limitation makes scaling an analog system both expensive and, honestly, pretty disruptive. You have to plan for your maximum potential future needs right from day one, which might mean overspending on a large DVR you don't fully use for years. And every camera has to have a dedicated physical home-run cable all the way back to that central DVR location. There's very little flexibility in how you design the system's topology. It's a rigid, centralized model that just doesn't adapt well to growth or changes in your surveillance needs. It's kind of like having a phone system where every phone has to be plugged directly into the main switchboard in the basement. IP systems, on the other hand, are built on the beautifully decentralized and scalable principles of computer networking. Your system's capacity isn't determined by the number of physical ports on your NVR. An NVR is basically just a computer running software, licensed for a certain number of cameras. Want to add more cameras than your license allows? You just buy a license upgrade. Want to add more cameras than your NVR's built-in PoE switch can handle? You just add another inexpensive network switch anywhere on your network. You can have cameras spread across an entire campus, connected over fiber optic links, all recording back to a single NVR. This modular add-as-you-go approach makes IP systems, well, infinitely more scalable and flexible. In today's connected world, being able to check in on your property from anywhere is a huge part of what makes a security system valuable. And when it comes to remote access, the gap between IP and analog is less of a gap and more of a chasm. IP cameras are native citizens of the internet. They speak the language of networks. This means that getting them to connect securely to the internet for remote viewing is relatively straightforward and robust. Most IP camera systems, whether from a major brand or a DIY setup, offer sophisticated mobile apps and desktop clients that give you a smooth, high-quality live view, easy access to recordings, and push notifications for those smart events we talked about earlier. Furthermore, IP systems integrate seamlessly with the cloud. You have a wide variety of options here. You can have your NVR backup critical event footage to a cloud service like Dropbox or a dedicated video surveillance as a service or VSAS provider. This gives you a secure off-site copy of your recordings, so even if a thief steals your NVR, the evidence is safe. Some IP cameras can even record directly to the cloud, eliminating the need for an on-site recorder altogether. This offers incredible flexibility and resilience, though it does come with subscription fees and a reliance on your internet connection's upload speed. Now let's look at remote access for HD analog. It exists, but it often feels like a feature that was bolted on as an afterthought. The remote connection is brokered through the DVR. This often involves complicated router configurations like port forwarding, which can be a security risk if not done correctly. The mobile apps provided by DVR manufacturers are frequently clunky, slow, and offer a lower quality compressed stream to save bandwidth. While some modern DVRs are getting better with P2P or peer-to-peer cloud services that simplify the setup, the overall experience is generally less reliable and less feature-rich than their IP counterparts. Off-site backup is often more complicated or non-existent, leaving your on-site DVR as a single point of failure. Buying a security system is an investment, and like any tech investment, you want it to last. You don't want to be stuck with an obsolete dinosaur in 3 years. This is the concept of future-proofing, and it's another area where the digital nature of IP cameras gives them a colossal advantage. Because IP cameras are network devices running software, they can be updated. Manufacturers regularly release firmware updates that can not only patch security vulnerabilities but also add new features, improve image processing algorithms, and enhance AI analytics capabilities. Your camera can literally get smarter and better over time. This software-defined nature also means IP cameras can integrate with a whole ecosystem of other technologies. They are often compliant with industry standards like ONVIF, which means you can mix and match cameras and NVRs from different manufacturers and be confident that they will work together. You can integrate them with smart home systems like Home Assistant, access control systems, or other business software. The possibilities for integration are vast and constantly expanding because they're built on the open and flexible foundation of standard network protocols. An IP system is a platform you can build on for years to come. HD analog systems, by contrast, are essentially closed, hardware-defined ecosystems. There's no such thing as a firmware update for an analog camera itself. All the processing is done on the DVR, and while you might get firmware updates for the DVR, they are typically less frequent and focused on bug fixes rather than adding significant new features. The proprietary nature of the HD over coax technologies, like HD-TVI, HD-CVI, and AHD, means you are often locked into a single manufacturer's ecosystem. You can't easily mix a camera from one brand with a DVR from another. The upgrade path is limited and integration with other systems is minimal to non-existent. What you buy today is, for the most part, what you'll have for the life of the system. Alright, let's talk about the one thing that's on everyone's mind, the price tag. This is the one category where HD analog systems seem to have a clear and immediate win. On a per-camera basis, an HD analog camera is almost always cheaper than an IP camera with a similar resolution. The DVRs are also typically less expensive than NVRs with a comparable channel count. If your primary decision-making factor is the lowest possible upfront cost to get a basic surveillance system up and running, then an analog kit from a big box store is going to look very, very tempting. For a simple 4-camera setup for a small home, the initial cash outlay will be significantly lower. However, it's crucial to look beyond that initial sticker price and consider the total cost of ownership, or TCO. The upfront savings on analog hardware can quickly get eaten up by other costs. As we discussed, installation can be more labor-intensive due to the need for running 2 cables per camera. If you're paying an installer, that's more hours on the bill. The lack of scalability means that if you need to expand, you're facing the high cost of replacing your core component, the DVR. The limited features might mean you need to supplement your system with other solutions to get the functionality you need. With IP systems, the upfront cost is undeniably higher, the cameras cost more, and a good quality PoE switch or NVR is a more significant investment than a basic DVR. But you're paying for value and future flexibility. The installation can be cheaper and faster, especially for larger systems. The scalability is virtually limitless and far more cost-effective over time. The advanced features might save you money in the long run by preventing a single incident, or by providing business intelligence that improves your operations. It's a classic case of you get what you pay for. Analog is a budget-friendly but limited appliance, while IP is a more expensive but powerful and adaptable long-term platform. So after all that, which one should you choose? As you've seen, the answer really is, it depends. If your budget is extremely tight and your needs are simple, say you just want basic visual coverage of a few specific areas with no plans for future expansion, then a modern HD analog system can still be a perfectly viable and cost-effective solution. It delivers decent HD video and gets the basic job of recording done without breaking the bank. It's a straightforward appliance for a straightforward task. However, for almost every other scenario, an IP camera system is, in my opinion, the superior long-term investment. The difference in image detail, the power of AI analytics, the simplicity of PoE installation, and the incredible flexibility for future expansion and integration create a system that is just far more capable and adaptable. You're not just buying a set of cameras, you're investing in a scalable platform that can grow and evolve with your needs and with technology itself. When you consider the total cost of ownership and the sheer utility you get, the higher upfront cost of IP often justifies itself very quickly. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Think carefully about not just what you need today, but what you might need in 2 or 5 years. Are you likely to add more cameras? Do you want smarter, more meaningful alerts? Do you want to integrate with other systems? Answering those questions will point you to the right technology. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Are you Team IP or Team Analog, and why? Do you have any questions we didn't cover? Let's get the conversation started. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.